Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today I want to share with you my top 10 hikes and places to visit in Big Bend National Park. Big Bend is one of the most underrated national parks in the United States. Visitation to this park is low due to how secluded it is. It's almost 6 hours away from San Antonio and 4 hours away from El Paso. The park also sits on the border with Mexico with the Rio Grande River separating the two countries. Yes, this park is hard to get to, but trust me when I say it is totally worth it. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. This is my top 10 things to do in Big Bend National Park. Starting off strong with number 1 is the Santa Elena Canyon Trail. If you could only see one thing at Big Bend, this is it. This canyon is Big Bend's most iconic feature. The canyon walls are 1,500 feet tall, with the Rio Grande being a natural border between the USA and Mexico. So when you're looking at the canyon, you're looking at two different countries, which is pretty cool. The hike is only 1.6 miles with 219 feet in elevation gain, and the trail is super easy, but I do recommend bringing plenty of water because it does get very hot here during the day. Depending on the time you go, you may have to cross the Terlingoa Creek, so your shoes may get wet on this trail. The trail is on the far west side of the park, about 1 hour away from both the Panther Junction Visitor Center and the ghost town at Terlingoa. Number 2 is to just drive. I know this is very basic and a no-brainer because everyone needs a car to get around this park, but Big Bend can easily be enjoyed from driving alone. This park is actually bigger than the whole state of Rhode Island, and there is so much to see while driving. Also, the park is comprised of 3 different regions: the Chisos Mountains, the Rio Grande River, and the Chihuahuan Desert, so there is plenty to see. Number 3 is a fossil discovery exhibit, which is located on the north side of the park between the north entrance and Panther Junction. This is a great spot to take a break from the long hikes and offers the opportunity to learn about the dinosaurs that once roamed the area. There is a very short trail here that is only a quarter mile that provides extensive views of the desert. And there is the outdoor museum with plenty of shade that displays Big Bend's early inhabitants. There are plenty of fossils to look at, and this is definitely a good stop if you have kids or just enjoy fossils and dinosaurs. Number 4 is to visit Mexico. Big Bend is one of few U.S. national parks that borders another country. With that being said, visitors have the unique opportunity of crossing the Rio Grande to explore the Mexican village of Boquillas del Carmen. But you will need to have your passport on you in order to cross the border. Also, before crossing, you will have to check in at the Boquillas crossing port of entry, where a park ranger or border patrol agent will check for passports and give a briefing. It's important to note that the port of entry is only open a few days of the week, and this changes during the summer and winter seasons. So please verify on the park's website before visiting. Once at the river, you have the option of wading the river for free by yourself or paying $5 per person to take the boat. Once you cross the river into Mexico, the village is only half a mile away. Again, you can walk to the village for free or take a donkey or truck for $10 per person or a horse for $15. We decided to ride donkeys. It's very important to note that you absolutely need cash because they do not accept credit cards. Your group is also paired with a local guide, and from there you can explore the village, shop, and dine in one of the restaurants. Number 5 is the Hot Springs Trail. This trail is only 1.2 miles, but most people don't hike the whole trail. This is because most people come here to relax in the natural hot springs. So if you only want to see the hot springs, then it will only be half a mile round trip. This trail is great to relax for a while in the hot springs, and if you get too hot, you can also get into the cold Rio Grande. Number 6 is the Boquillas Canyon Trail. Similar to the Santa Elena Canyon Trail, the Boquillas Canyon Trail is another canyon trail that is along the Rio Grande River, but the trail is on the far east side of the park. It is considered an easy hike on the All Trails app, with the hike only being 1.2 miles round trip with the elevation gain of 230 feet. Compared to Santa Elena, this trail has a fraction of the foot traffic, which is great if you want to have the trail all to yourself. Number 7 is the Rio Grande Village Nature Trail. Not too far from the Boquillas Canyon Trail, the Rio Grande Village Nature Trail is right next to the campsite with the same name. And you guessed it, it's another great hike along the Rio Grande River. This trail is super easy. It's only 1 mile long with 121 feet in elevation gain. There is a hill that overlooks the Rio Grande River and the Chisos Mountains in the distance. Even though this trail is short and easy, it was definitely one of my favorite sites in the national park. Number 8 is the Balanced Rock Trail. To get to this trail, you have to drive down a dirt road that is 6.5 miles one way. The National Park Service recommends a high clearance vehicle to drive down this road. We took a Ford F-150 and Ford Explorer down this road with no problems, and I've also seen sedans park at the trailhead too. I think that any vehicle can make it just as long as you're very careful. This is another easy trail with 2 miles of hiking and 246 feet in elevation gain. The only hard part about this hike is the heat. This trail reminds me a lot of Joshua Tree and Pinnacles National Parks in California because of the huge boulders. But as the name suggests, you will be hiking to a balanced rock, which is very interesting to see in the middle of the Texas desert. Number 9 is the Lost Mine Trail. This is my favorite hike in the whole park. It is located in the Chisos Mountains and is a more challenging hike compared to the other hikes on this list. The hike is 4.8 miles with almost 1,200 feet of elevation gain. But trust me when I say that this hike is totally worth it. I suggest starting this hike very early because the parking lot is very small and it fills up very fast. Also, if you're lucky, you may be able to see a black bear. However, I've hiked this trail twice and I never saw one. Number 10, last but not least, is camping and stargazing. Since Big Bend is so remote, there are plenty of opportunities for camping and stargazing. For campsites in the park, there is the Cottonwood, Chisos Basin, and Rio Grande Village campgrounds. There are also other campsites for backcountry camping too inside the park. You can also camp outside the park at an official campground or at an Airbnb. We've always stayed at this Airbnb on a 5-acre lot just outside of the park. The sunsets here are always great with the sky turning pink, but the sunsets aren't even the best part of camping here. The best part about camping here is stargazing. Big Bend National Park is actually designated as a dark sky park here in the U.S.A. There's a saying that goes, half the park is after dark, which is so true. I've been to Yosemite, the Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, Glacier, Arches, and more parks, but Big Bend has the best night sky hands down. I took a few pictures of the night sky during my first visit and honestly it does not do it justice. Stargazing while visiting Big Bend is a must, and that is my top 10 for Big Bend National Park. Let me know what I missed down in the comments because I know there's so much more to do in the park. I actually live in Texas and visit Big Bend at least once a year, so I hope to do more so I can add more to this list in a future video. But for now, that is it for the video. Please consider liking and subscribing for more content about national parks and travel. Thank you so much and I will see you in the next one.